Okay, we are now on lesson 1.7, which is multiplying decimals. Again, they tell me that you learn this in 5th grade, but a lot of people forget. So I am hopefully going to slow down and be able to explain it. You need your multiplying decimal wheel. It is double-sided. On the back is dividing decimals, okay? This is multiplying decimals. So we're going to start with number 1, estimate, okay? The rule of rounding, this is 5.8. Remember, 5 or higher, you're going to round up. So I'm going to estimate this to be a 6, all right? 3.7. 7 is higher than 5, so I'm going to round this one up to 4. So 6 times 4. My estimate should be around the number 24. Okay. We're moving on to number 2. Just writing the problem. Okay. Remember, this was our original problem. How do we write a multiplication problem that has decimals? Do we have to line up the decimals? No. Don't line up the decimals. Okay. Which one of these has the longer number? Not the larger, but the longer number. And that would be 3.701. So I'm going to put that at the top. 3.701. And then the shorter one is 5.8. Okay. And I'm going to align all of that over here, 5.8. So that is number 2. Just how do you set it up? The longer number is on top, the shorter number is on bottom. Everything is aligned to the right-hand side, and do not line up the decimals. Okay? Step number 3. You're just going to multiply like you normally multiply whole numbers. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite it out. I'm actually going to start way up here because it's going to be kind of a longer one. Remember, you start with the bottom right-hand side. 8 times 1, 8 times 0. Make sure that you're trying to stay in lines, okay? It makes it easier. 8 times 7, 56. 8 times 3, 24, plus the 5, which is 29. Okay, I am now finished with that 8. I'm going to put a line through it saying I'm done, and I also need to put a placeholder. Okay, I was always taught to put an X. You can put whatever you need to, as long as you put one there. Okay, now we're moving on to 5. 5 times 1, 5. Remember to stay in rows. Okay, we want them nice and clean. 5 times 0, 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 3, 15, plus 3 is 18. Oh no, I don't want to lose that 1. Okay, and then you need to add them together. 8, 5, 6, 14, 1 plus 2 plus 8 is 11, and then I had that crazy 1 over here, and now that is 2. I'm going to rewrite it over here. 2, 1, no. Yeah, 2, 1, 4, 6, 5, 8. Sorry, that was all crammed over there. That's sad. Okay, our number 4 is to place the decimal. Did you notice in all of this math, I didn't even talk about a decimal. There was no decimal whatsoever. I am just going to swing this answer that I have, and I'm going to put it over here. 2, 1, 4, 6, 5, 8. Okay, is that my number? No, it's not. I need to place my decimals. We're going up to the very top. How many decimals, that means any numbers to the right of a decimal, how many decimals are there total? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I always start at the end. Start at the end. Okay, I started here. How many decimal places did I have over in the original problem? I had 4. I need to jump this 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is where I put my final decimal. Okay, and now I'm going to compare it to my original one. So my answer was 21.4658, and my estimate was 24. Were they close? Somewhat. If I would have counted the decimals wrong, I could have maybe put it as a 2.1 or a 214.6. But because I have this estimate of 24, I know that I'm close with that decimal. Okay? Let's do this as an example. 9.03 times 1.7. Let's estimate to find out. 9.0, I'm going to keep that as a 9, times 1.7, that 7 is 5 or higher, so I'm going to round it up to a 2. 9 times 2 is 18. I'm looking to be around 18. Next, following my thing, do not line up the decimals. Put everything to the right. 9.03, 1.7. Following steps number 3, multiply it like regular. 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 0, 0, plus the 2, 2. 7 times 9, 63. I'm done with this 7. I'm going to mark it out, and I'm going to put a placeholder, because that is the most important part of multiplication. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 9, 9. Do you see how my numbers are lined up? Okay, now we need to add. Have I talked about decimals at all? No, I have not. 1 plus nothing. 2 plus 3. 0 and 3. 6 and 9. Okay, going back to my wheel, I need to place the decimal. How many decimals are to the right, or how many places, how many numbers are to the right of a decimal? 1, 2, 3. Oh, start at the end. Put my decimal here. How many places am I going to move it? 1, 2, 3. And going along with my wheel, compare it to my estimate. My final answer was 15.351. My estimate was 18. I would say that is pretty close. I think we nailed it. We're on page 47 in your book, and because we already went over your math wheel, I feel like you have a good understanding of it. The only thing that we're going to practice is number 5 and number 7. The only reason why we're practicing these is because they have parentheses in them, and I want you to get good practice. So with number 5, we are first going to multiply 61.8 times 1.7, and then we're going to add 9.5. We'll just do that one first, okay? So where do we always start? We always start inside the parentheses, okay? That's a multiplication problem. Do we have to align our decimals? No, we do not. So 61.8 times 1.7. I did not estimate. If you want to estimate, I highly suggest it. It helps you get closer to the right answer, okay? Multiplying 7 times 8, 56. 7 times 1, plus 5, 12. 7 times 6, 42, 43. I am done with number 7. I need to put a placeholder. 1. I love multiplying anything by 1 because then you just get to copy the top row, which is exciting. Okay? I'm going to add these things. Did I put any decimals in this? Absolutely not. Okay? 0 plus nothing, 6. 2 plus 8. 1 plus 3 plus 1. 4 plus 6, 10. Okay, now we have to count our decimals. How many decimals, how many numbers, how many spaces were to the right of our decimals in our original problem? There was this one, and there was this one. So that's 2. Always start on the end of the number. 1, 2. My answer I got was 105.06. Now, I need to go back to my original problem and I need to add this 9.5. What's the rule when we're adding and subtracting decimals? We have to align our decimals. So, align my decimal, here's my decimal. There's a number in front of it, there's a number behind it. 9 and 5. And what was the other rule? We have to fill in blanks with zeros. Okay, it is an addition problem. 6 plus nothing, 5 plus nothing. Bring down your decimal. 5 plus 9, 1 plus nothing, 1 plus nothing. Woohoo! Okay, moving on to number 7. 1.9 times 10.6 minus 2.17. Okay. Try and pause the video. Not try, do. Pause the video and solve this problem. Make sure that your answer matches my answer. Where do we start? We start in the parentheses. It is a subtraction problem. I know that I need to line up my decimals, and the biggest number goes first. 10.6 minus 2.17. I need to fill in blanks with zeros. Borrow. Bring down your your decimal. Okay, going back to this. 1.9 times 8.43. I like to have the longest number on top of my multiplication problem. 8.43 times 1.9. 9 times 3. 9 times 4. 9 times 8. 17. I'm done with my 9. I'm going to cross it out and I'm going to put a placeholder. We have that happy 1 again, so I just get to copy what's on the top row. Then add 7 plus nothing, 8 plus 3, 1 plus 5 plus 4, 1 plus 7 plus 8. Okay, now we need to count our decimals. How many places were there? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. My answer is 16.017. Hopefully you did good on that. All right, we are on still 1.7. This is multiplying decimals. You are doing all of this, okay? All of the front, 1 through 5, okay? And on the back, if you see right here on number 1, it gives you the answer, but guess what? It's wrong, okay? So what you need to do, you need to take the problem, estimate your answer, and then work out the problem and tell us the correct answer, okay? So first estimate, which is the rounding thing that we did on our wheels, and then tell us the correct answer. You do not have to do this bottom writing portion, okay? I will never make you do this bottom writing portion, all right? Just do 1 through 8. Estimate first, and then give us the correct answer. I hope you have a wonderful day.